Land is no longer Ma, it is real estate. Wildlife has fallen into the third category.
Okay.
Entertainment, right? There's enough for every man's need on this planet, but there's not enough for everyone's greed. But what do you want to focus on? You want to focus on the flowers or thorns? Once the place dies, it can never come back.
Long before conservation tourism was a phrase in India, Mohit Aggarwal was already doing it. 25, 27 years old, just been asked to leave his family's steel business because he was a misfit. So he started working at Traffic India, tracking illegal wildlife trade for 150 rupees a day. Then he walked out and started something no one had ever done before. Today, that company is Asian Adventures, India's largest birdwatching tour operator. He built India's first birding lodge in Pangot, launched the Global Wildlife Fair, runs earth walks in cities across the country. He chose the harder path 30 years ago and hasn't stopped walking it since. This is the story behind Mohit Aggarwal. You don't like coffee, tea person?
No, I'm sort of just being a little careful because it's hot.
Yeah.
And coffee is a very big
right.
stimulant, so I just take it easy. Morning, 1 cup of coffee is good enough. Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, that's very difficult to say. My favorite color is rust.
Rust?
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah, so it's different shades of rust.
We have quite a few in our office because that's my favorite color, and this was just put this morning.
Just looking at it.
It's the first one with this one.
Right.
Because I wanted to have some of my element in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm sort of in my yoga mood, or one of those days when I'm a little more spiritual.
Yeah.
And if I wear rust, then people think ye Baba ban gaya.
I was going through our introduction call because that's how I know you a little bit, and we are here to know you more. And I was reflecting back to back again on what you said, that in Amritsar there was several days when there was no electricity and people were fine with it. And even to chill your mangoes, you had to go to a pond to chill mangoes. I want to understand if you have to compare yourself as that kid and then today in Noida, how do you compare those two times?
I think that the rustic nature of the landscape is not there. For those things to happen, the landscape doesn't allow you because it's all concrete, or it's dug up, or there are roads and there are vehicles. So the simplicity of life has gone missing. You could walk to the guy who's going to milk his cows and give you, a can full of milk. What are those people, right? So everything is through Blinkit, or you could go to a store and buy it, right? Mother Dairy booth.
Right.
So those little elements of nature have gone missing. Where is the sacred grove? Whereas now the park has all swings for children or ornamental plants, but they're not wild parks. There's no lychee trees, there's no mango trees you could go to.
Right.
There's no hideout for school children to run to.
That's now. Well, what was it back then?
It was all very sort of rustic with nature, sort of a landscape, where you were in sync with what was happening with all sort of life forms. There were, so it was not pigeon infested place. You had different kinds of birds, and there were ponds, and there were little canals, and the little rivulets that would feed the agricultural fields, and you could ride your cycle to any place. Because petrol was 4 rupees a litre. And to put 1 litre of petrol in your scooter, which was a gas guzzler then, I don't know if you know Lembreta.
Yeah, I know.
Lembreta. So most people will not know what Lembreta is, So that was a gas guzzler. Now if you had that, you were the king.
Okay.
Because, it went like a rocket.
Right. Compared
spraying
to
all
what
sort
others
of,
had.
exactly.
Yeah.
But everybody was on cycles. So
Yeah.
it was 5 o'clock early morning tuitions we want to go to. We'll have to wake up at 4 and severe winters. There was a time when we had snowflakes when we class 4. We had snowflakes in winter in school. Even though they were only for 2 minutes, and our principal asked us to come out. So the climate changes happened. I'm not saying the summers were any better. The summers were harsh, very harsh.
Yeah.
But if you were to sit under, under a tree, you're okay with it, and the water would come out of, one ghada or a earthen pitcher, and then you would be fine with that.
Still very curious to know the chilling mangoes. I mean, just because mangoes are my favorite, and you like it.
That's a very interesting way of eating mangoes. All you need to do is either pluck those mangoes off the trees,
Okay.
or tell your granny to give you some in a sack,
Right.
not a plastic sack, a jute sack.
Okay.
And then you get into somebody's farm where there's a tubewell.
Okay.
So tubewell is running water all the time. It's
Right.
Cold water is coming from from the ground, right?
Right.
So you put your sack in that tubewell, and you also jump into it. You strip and then you jump into it, right? And you spend your entire afternoon there. And you have large jugs of ruh afza, or what we call thandai now. It's called sardai in Punjab.
Yeah.
And you take that along. So you got mangoes, and you got ruh afza, and then you got
Nature.
Yeah, exactly. And it was lunchtime. Then you could take bharta and roti also along.
Right. What do you think people have forgotten just between, let's say, 50s to 70s to now 2020s, 6? What do you think people have forgotten about nature? Because we lived there.
I know what 50 is because I was born in 67.
Right.
Yeah. I think in that, that race to get there, to get modernized, I remember when I was in class 4, we were taken for a school trip, a study trip. And we went to Nepal.
Okay.
And we didn't even go to Nepal. We just crossed the border at Raxaul and we were there.
Yeah.
And Toyotas used to be the taxis. Toyota.
Yeah. I've seen in late 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
So they were so these were the taxis in Nepal.
Okay.
Awestruck because now we had only those Fiats and Ambassadors,
Right.
and every winter we had to use those handles to warm them up.
Right.
To crank up the engine, you had to use those handles to start your car. And here you're sitting in a taxi, and that too a Toyota, which is air conditioned. So we also wanted to get there. We also wanted to have all those things in India. We also wanted to make our country modern, and we wanted to live in those high-rise buildings because you could press that knob and go up and down in an elevator. So it used to be scary to get onto an escalator.
Yeah, right.
But now we're so used to it. But it used to be a lot of fun. And then you wanted to go up and down all the time. I remember when, for summer holidays, we were taken to Bombay because my grandparents used to live there. And we used to stay on D Road, which is facing the sea, Marine Drive. So this building had 6 floors.
Okay.
And the elevator had that that other lift where you had this sort of jali wala lift,
Kechi wala.
Kechi wala.
Right.
So you could listen to everybody on each floor.
Yeah.
So here we'd get into a lift and I would shout out to my brother, hey, which floor are you on? So he said, I'm on the 5th floor. So I would go to the 5th floor, pick up my brother, go down, and that would be the game all throughout the day. So we wanted all of that.
Yeah. And we forgot about nature.
We forgot about nature. And
We've come too far from nature?
I think so, because now it's how I'm, number one is that it's safety and security of the country. In terms of people, the governments want to invest in that. The second is well-being of the humans. So GDP must go up. The economy must stabilize. People should be more self-sufficient and all of that. Then third is your area of entertainment. How to keep everyone happy and give more than what is needed, right? So wildlife has fallen into the third category. Entertainment, right? So it's not environment, it's wildlife, which is entertainment. It's in small pockets. So everything else is safety, security, national security, development, and then entertainment. So for us, wildlife is that, and we've reduced that to the third tier, which was earlier the part of the landscape. It's just that we had to live with them. Maybe there was not enough consciousness even then to save wildlife. It was more about coexistence. Now today we're talking about saving wildlife when the pockets have reduced.
Now we're noticing.
We're noticing it. Earlier it was like that. But in 70s, I think India did realize, and that's when Wildlife Protection Act was enacted. That we need to save wildlife. So that's when Project Tiger started and our laws came into being, and we started to look at natural areas in a more meaningful, significant way, which was not the case earlier. And it took a long time for us to reach where we are in terms of protection of wildlife. But in the meantime, the development has taken over and is winning the race.
Right. Back in 1994, you were at WWF, which is World Wildlife Federation, part of Traffic, TRAFF.
It's Worldwide Fund for Nature, WWF, which was World Wildlife Fund earlier. Not Federation.
Oh, not Fund. Federation. No. Okay.
And Traffic India was housed at WWF. It was part of WWF in India.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's an international organization that was funded by IUCN and under CITES. So Traffic stands for Trade Record Analysis of Flora and Fauna in Commerce. That's the full form of this acronym.
Flora and fauna
in commerce.
In commerce.
Yeah.
What would that mean? I mean, in general,
any sort of species, whether it's plant species or animal species, when it's being traded in, it's in commerce.
Traded in. Right.
For commercial purpose.
For commercial purpose. Yeah. Very interesting. What made you enter that field? You were always curious, or was it that by accident?
Well, I've always been a nature lover. I remember in one of my Shunya meditation states, I remember when I was a little baby, 6 months old, and I asked my mother, I said, did you ever pick me up in a godi and you were showing me a particular bird? So she says, yeah, but how do you know? I said, just this flash came to, into my recognition when I was meditating. So then I showed her the bird. She said, yeah, that was the one. So it goes as long back as then. And my mother has been a nature lover herself. So she's encouraged me to keep pets and pigeons and other things at home. At that time it was allowed, and we kept birds at home, not any longer. And then in, I think class 4 was my main year of when things started to change. We used to have one principal one teacher, Mr. Pacey, who used to take us to Bias because he used to shoot crocodiles there.
Okay.
So one day, and he used to shoot,
Okay.
And he used to give us cameras to photograph. So we would photograph dead animals or whatever. So we told him, so a few of us told him, we don't like it. We don't like killing. He changed. He said, okay, I'll never shoot again.
Okay.
So he taught us photography in those days. There used to be Agfa camera with a pink reel with 12 photos in it. It used to be this big.
Medium formatish.
And you had to take it to a dark room and process. Very bad quality, but it worked. So that's how photography started for me. Wildlife started for me. He used to take out bird watching. And so the first colorful book that I got was by Martin Woodcock. And I identified the first bird myself that time. It was a little green bee-eater. Then I got myself other books of Salim Ali and other authors later. And that's how it started. So it goes.
Wow. And then you entered this entire
and then I was,
organization.
So after college, I went to my father's and grandfather's business, which was steel and manufacturing. I was a misfit, so I was asked to leave. So I went and I met with this friend of mine, and I told him I want to work in conservation. That time he had just started his job in Traffic India. Okay, would you like to do this? I said, yeah, why not? And anyway, my background is not in biology.
Okay.
So I couldn't have got into research anyways. And that's how I got into wildlife conservation. So for 5 years, I worked with Traffic India before I started with Asian Adventures in 1994.
1994.
Yeah.
I believe it was a nice environment, a decent salary, fixed salary, a nice team to work with at Traffic.
Very nice salary. I used to get 150 rupees a day.
A day?
150. 3 months down the line, WWF thought that was a lot of money this guy's making. So they said, either you get 3,500 rupees a month,
okay,
or we'll call you whenever required. I said, 3,500 is a lot of money for me, I'm happy. So that was my salary. So if you're saying that was good salary, yes, it was.
I don't know. But no, the reason I'm asking, like, it's a nice environment, like-minded people, and you have a salary which is coming and a team to work with. Why would you decide to step out and start something in a field which was a niche? In our country, I don't know how popular it was, but I believe not very.
At that time there was nobody in today what we call conservation travel. That time that terminology probably didn't even exist.
So you risk it all.
Yes. And then I think it was more to do with my interest in tourism, that I wanted to take up tourism and then carry on with that. I had the first mover advantage with all that information and background in wildlife. I was able to sail through very easily, and I was able to get all my clients very easily. I did get into a lot of educational trips, taking school kids and college kids out, and that taught me a lot too. And this journey of Asian Adventures never stopped. It sort of kept on growing. Whether plague happened or 9/11 happened or anything happened, we didn't have to stop. There was no barrier or hurdle for us, even till date. It was just that during COVID, we had to stop for a bit and reassess, redesign the entire thing. And that's how Global Wildlife Fair happened. That's how Indian Wildlife Network is happening.
But back in '94, you picked something because you had an idea of how it works and how it's going to work. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of problems also.
I'm not too sure if I knew how it worked. I just wanted it to work. And I wanted to travel to places. I wanted to see more wildlife, and I wanted to be with people who could pay for my travel.
So the business model came later once you started to do it and
evolve.
It evolved.
Because there was no competition then. People didn't know how to do it. And I was doing all those things that people didn't know what it was.
Right. We're in a very interesting time today we've moved beyond digital, we've moved to AI, and we are figuring out how it's going to lead us. back in 94, you start something in a niche like this, where you do conservation travel, tourism. There's no digital word or marketing as such back then. Maybe it's coming up, the computers were coming up in mid 90s and late 90s, especially in India.
Yeah, so 94 is when I think 286, 486 had just come in. And those computers were there.
Yeah.
But mobile phones had just come in, 75 rupees a minute was the price that you had to pay for. And then pagers came in.
Yeah, pagers came in.
But I did start with fax machine, not even fax machine, telex and telegram.
Yeah.
Fax machine came in much later.
Who were your clients? Who were you targeting first? Schools, education?
All my clients came from abroad.
From abroad.
Because they were funding some organization or supporting some conservation project.
And they understood.
And they wanted somebody to sort out their logistics. And because I was connected with these conservation organizations, so everything was palmed off to me to take care of.
So you would send a telegram or?
Yeah. So telegram, fax happened later.
Yeah.
And then telex, or even write handwritten letters or electronic typewriters. Use electronic typewriters.
And they would know that you're doing this, and then they would reach out to you.
So they didn't come in as customers. They came in as donors for particular organizations, and then they needed to see India.
Yeah.
And that's how I organized it.
Wow. Yeah. Very interesting. And I was telling my team yesterday while we were discussing, they couldn't believe the initial phone calls were 75 rupees a minute, 60 rupees a minute.
Yeah, 16 rupees was incoming.
Yeah. So the generation today,
correct.
Many don't know how it worked.
My friend's girlfriend fought with him.
Okay.
And he was in sheer despair. So he wanted to talk to her at length and explain it to her what happened. And he ran a bill of 40,000 rupees, which was 4 times his salary. And so I asked him, I said, did you ever pay it? He said, no, I could pay it. I could pay the bill.
Wow. Today when it's almost free, like we don't care how many calls that we get or we make, or the data for us is unlimited.
It was a status symbol.
Yeah.
To have a mobile phone in your pocket.
Right. Very interesting times. Very interesting. And you already said you were a misfit, like for a family business still, and then you started this. What were their thoughts? Or was there any discussion?
Yeah, so they thought a little differently. They said, I don't know what this boy is going to do. Why is he getting into it? But my granddad was very sort of supportive, and he said, he'll find his way. We know he'll find his way. And if he wants to come back, he can come back. But right now he needs to explore and find his own niche. So let him go and do all of that. And then my father would, or the other family members would say कि अगर उसको कीड़े मकोड़ों से प्यार है तो ठीक है. Let him do that.
Yeah. And you had mentors and friends. I was reading Vivek and Ashok Kumar.
So Ashok Kumar was my boss. Vivek was my senior at traffic and also my friend.
Okay.
So he's the one who got me
you into. What were their thoughts?
Fantastic. Yeah, good. We've got one guy doing some right stuff,
Because
when you belong to that tribe, you talk the same language.
Exactly. That's why I thought, like, why would somebody risk it? But then you also have a tribe to support you and push you further.
Absolutely, yeah. So working 24 hours non-stop was never a challenge. It didn't matter. We didn't want to go home without finishing what we were asked to do. There was passion involved in it. There was a reason to do it. It wasn't that it was a job. It was like, oh, this is up my alley. I need to do this. I need to get this off the ground. We never saw this as, oh, my time is up. I need to be home 5:30.
Like some other jobs.
Now it's what am I going to get? I'm being paid so little. That was never the thought process. As long as you got your 2 shots of rum with some Coke in the evening, and there was some food to eat, we were okay.
Yeah, it's great. I was reading about how tourism. You want some water? In fact, can we get some tea also, please?
Yeah, I'm not a coffee guy also. So when somebody gets me coffee, I said, can you get me uncomplicated coffee? I don't know the spelling of latte or cappuccino.
Your cappuccino is a bit twisted.
I have to tell you, there is this chain of coffee places in Scotland called Uncomplicated Coffee.
Okay.
And they say we don't understand these terminologies, cappuccino, latte, and all of these. We can give you white coffee, black coffee, hot coffee, cold coffee, large coffee, small coffee, Kenyan coffee, Moroccan coffee, whatever coffee.
Even sometimes,
they don't use these.
I went to, I don't know, it was Starbucks or someplace. Surely not the Starbucks, and I wanted to have a simple cold coffee. And that's how you say the one you make at home. I know it's called frappe, but then you just want to be sure. No, I just want simple. I think that's nice. We can do this.
So, but Punjab frappe would mean something. Latte would mean.
Yeah, but chai is chai.
Chai is chai.
Chai is chai, right.
But that also they sell as chai latte.
Nowadays, getting popular. But I was reading about this, and we also spoke very little of it, the generative tourism and extractive tourism. And how tourism can eat the habitat in itself.
Yeah. So it's very simple. It's not rocket science. Any tourism is sort of business.
Yeah.
So it must put some pressure on the land where it happens.
Yeah.
Whether it happens only for a night or it happens for 100 years, it's going to create that pressure. You will have people carrying plastic bottles. Maybe if they're not conscious, they'll throw it down or whatever.
Yeah.
And if there's a hotel that's come up, it's taken that land. For its construction.
Right.
So it's probably eaten into some habitat, some agricultural land, some forest land, something or the other. That's how cities develop. So tourism is largely sort of business. But if it's done all over the place, then will you have any beautiful places left? So what is your definition of beauty? Is what you need to answer, right? If you like all concrete and you like all malls and this and that and all those things, then that's the kind of tourism we'll have. Then it's another city. But when you go to natural places, then you need to be extremely mindful. You need some place to stay. You need some people to share their knowledge with you. As guides or as the local people. You need to live in a place which doesn't look like Delhi or Bombay or any other place. You want to live in a place which fits or blends into that environment and culture.
Region and
If you stay in that place, then what will you experience? The local culture. You'll be able to eat their food. Because that's their home cooked food.
Right.
If they dress up in their local attire, maybe the younger generation doesn't, but maybe the granny walks out in her traditional attire, then you'd be able to experience that. Now, that's not mass tourism, because that will happen in pockets, a cluster, a small place. The rest of the places will, or the space or the landscape will retain its originality.
Right.
The rivers will continue to flow, the fish will happen, the little paths or cycles or XYZ, whatever. I'm just creating that dream land for you where you would like to go. Now suddenly in the middle of that you have one big chain of hotel is
multi-story or
maybe a 5-story building. will it blend with the local architecture that's there? No, it won't.
Yeah.
So slowly it will attract those kind of people who like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Who are happy with that.
Who want to travel but experience the same things that they do back home.
Right. Now this particular place where you spend the night has only 2 rooms to offer. So 4 people. This building has 20 rooms to offer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So here 4 people stayed, there 40 people will stay.
Yeah.
Now 40 people are roaming around this place.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Business sees an opportunity. Tourism sees an opportunity. So another business will come up. Another building will come up. In that place, which you thought was the most beautiful spot,
Yeah.
and that person also thought of the same thing.
Yeah.
This is the most beautiful spot. So I must have my hotel here.
Yeah.
The moment you put that hotel there, the
The spot
place
is-
gets run. It's no longer good for you.
Yeah.
And it's also no longer good for those people who thought this place was beautiful. And then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the mushrooming will start. And once the place dies, it can never come back. Which is why the concept of destination management must be adopted by every country, which is being adopted by many countries.
Okay.
We're yet to do it.
Okay.
We're doing it in pockets, but we haven't really done it in most parts of
Destination
India.
management.
Destination
There's a-
management before you introduce
Yeah.
tourism there. There's due diligence that happens. What's good, what's bad, what are the cultural values, what sort of people there are. Do these people really want that? How will economically they will benefit from this? Will it impinge into their traditions and culture? Will it spoil their sacred groves? You've had those instances when people from India have gone to Bhutan and they've sat on their pagodas and this and that. Or the people in Sikkim said, you opened up Kanchenjunga for trekkers, but that's sleeping Buddha for us. Sorry, we can't let you go there.
Right.
Yeah, so we need to be extremely careful when we want to introduce any sort of tourism in any area which hasn't been touched so far. Wildlife won't speak to you, but people can speak to them.
Yeah. Yeah. And many don't come from that conservation background or is not serious about it. They have the money, they want to have a luxury accommodation.
This is what these places should do. They should convert every tourist into an eco-tourist.
Yeah.
Right?
The transformation should happen
while they're there.
Awareness is there, but in action it should happen there.
Why should you take Delhi to Jim Corbett Park and put it there? Why should you take Bombay to Tadoba? Why should you take Ahmedabad to Gir and put it there? Those places have their own original value systems, their architecture, their culture, their heritage.
Yeah.
Why did we not
follow the same?
Multiply that.
Yeah.
If we had multiplied that, that would have also safeguarded the species, the landscapes, because they were restrictive. So which is why I said they are generative in nature.
Yeah.
Whereas other sort of tourism genres are extractive in nature.
So how then you built your lodge?
I built my lodge because it was one of
It's very challenging what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, it is. But at that point of time, I didn't have that sort of knowledge about ecotourism, nor did I know about, that time no standards existed, nothing. So I went and I camped on that land, which I bought. And I said, I'm not going to break the terraced farms. I'm not going to cut into them.
Okay.
And I don't want to flatten anything. I will use one flat land, which is there.
Okay.
And then it juts out into another piece of land where I'll put stilts.
Okay.
And support it.
Okay.
Right? So I'm not going to change the lay of the land. That's what I did.
Okay.
And then I went ahead and created 2 or 3 more cottages. So I have 4 cottages in 1 acre land. Because I wanted to reforest that land, not I didn't want to do anything. I wanted it to regenerate, which it has.
On its own, yeah.
So it is the most forested patch in that entire area. And we have our so-called in-house leopard.
What are you saying? In-house leopard.
Yeah, it's there all the time. It's walking up and down. The transient tigers walk through this place. It's a great place for all rare species to nest, and they breed there. And so much so, the next door person's land, he wanted to give it out on lease to some builder.
Okay.
So I said, whatever lease money you're going to get from him, why don't you take it from me? And I don't want your land. It's your land. It's for your next generation, for your children and grandchildren, and so and so forth. Don't ruin it. And what I'll do is I'll protect it more and let the foliage come back the way it was, and extend the wildlife habitat. So I call that little patch wildlife heritage area.
Okay. What did you do? Did you?
Nothing.
And
Why
you
do you
pay
have
for
to
the
do?
lease?
I just paid for the lease. That's all. So you when I'm saying regenerative is because you don't have to do anything. You just have to let it be.
Yeah.
You just have to. If there are people, you can guide them. If there are not people, there are no people, then don't do anything. Just if there are some exotics which have been planted by people, get them replaced with natives. That's all that you need to do. Nothing. What do you have to do? Just
We
let it
often
be.
speak of taking care of your neighbor. I'm trying to relate that.
Yeah.
That you would invest, you would spend money on a piece of land where just to regenerate, that also protects your own land and also protects the heritage and the environment. And I really like what you said about the next generation coming who would come to that land to see it. And
Provided they don't start to wait in that real estate scale. I am now rich
that
by so many
messes
crores because I've
your
got
brain.
It's land is no longer ma, it is real estate. So,
Right.
and if you want to look at everything as real estate, and yours is a short life, 100 years, 60 years, 80 years. That's what you're going to live on this planet.
Yeah.
So for that short life, you're going to ruin more than what you're going to give back to this earth. And then what you ruin, the other generation will not be able to benefit from that.
Yeah. Or the next one won't know about it at all because the memory has faded and.
Correct. So this planet has been there for millions of years.
Yeah.
What is our role? It's not even minuscule. You can't even call it. It's nothing.
Yeah.
But while we live there, those little things that we do can ruin a lot.
And pass on a lot.
Pass on a lot.
But it's very hard. It's a harder way. What you're saying. I mean, we've become so comfortable.
It's not hard. It's consciousness.
For you, so once
it's consciousness. If you become conscious of the fact that you don't want to ruin it, then I have so many people telling me, but you have so much land, you should build more. There is more income and this and that. So I said, what happened to my animals? What happened to the reason I'm there is that, and that will get ruined. I'll fill up my pockets, no doubt about it, which are filled up anyways. I'm quite happy with what nature has given me. But out of that sheer greed, I'll ruin everything. That's what Mahatma Gandhi said. He's my idol. Yeah, there's enough for every man's need on this planet, but there's not enough for everyone's greed.
Right.
So that's how it is.
And I think that's something I want to add to, let's say, just maintaining a plant. That's has nothing to do with money or greed or anything, but it's about consciousness, how you do it, how your team does it. And it's as simple as it. If you have consciousness for one, then it automatically scales up.
Or put a money plant, some money will come in.
I wish. But is there you often fight for generative tourism, for preserving, for conservation. That's your core. And it comes consciously, it comes automatically. I mean, you don't fight or something, you stand for it.
Yeah, what I know, I tell the world.
Yeah.
What I learn, I do it for myself.
But people are listening. Or
Slowly. It's a slow process, but through education, through various media channels or XYZ, there are hundreds of ways of doing it. Now we started with Indian Wildlife Network, which is growing at a very rapid speed. It's a new platform that we created. Because now we want to do events in every part of India, every city, where we want to get wildlifers together and an exchange and build a network, very robust network, so that they can push the cause further to those who do not know and bring them in, bring them into the net of wildlife or nature. And there's no such network that exists anywhere in India. There's the first one on the planet. First one on the planet, actually.
Not in the world.
Yeah.
It's the first one here.
Our next attempt will be to have global wildlife network.
Right. And we're going to talk about the wildlife fair, basically.
Yeah.
So COVID happened, and this tourism is dependent on movement, and everything stops for some time, and then it blasts off. I don't know.
Revenge tourism.
Yeah, yeah. But for you, I mean, because it's built on movement and then it freezes for some time. And now I understand a bit about you as we speak of now that, and probably you use this silence to build something bigger. Is that when the global wildlife fair came to ideation, and then I think it just happened in 2025, the first
It happened in 2025, but it took me 4 years to curate it.
So that was the COVID time that you took?
That was the COVID time. I wanted to, so my business is sort of a niche business. It delves into bird watching, wildlife tourism, photography, all of that, right? And it's a very small segment of the entire tourism industry. Although we have the largest share of bird watching business in India. But any of these companies cannot grow beyond a particular size. To be able to get those profits to sustain conservation is never enough. Because you can do small interventions. You can support some kits for the guards, or you can give some money for the fence, or some boards, or some education, binocular scopes, etc. But it's never a big thing. So I said, let me separate this from my business and make this a separate platform, which can then be carried further by the next generation or with other people. So this platform, Global Wildlife Fair, was conceived to bring opportunities for everyone. That every year we will have this fair in Delhi, where people from world over will come. There are two streams of income. One is when the exhibitors come, they pay you for the stand. And second is the sponsorships that you get, or support that you get. But the beneficiaries are NGOs who go free, the visitors who will come learn, youth who will learn from the experts, right? So communities who will come and look at opportunities to become entrepreneurs or develop their own enterprise. All these things will happen because somebody else is paying for it. Tourism as an industry should pay for it. And some sponsorship will come. And then allied industries like apparel or optic companies or some photographers will come, they will pay for it. So workshops will happen, NGOs will showcase their work, and then student sessions will happen, outdoor and indoor experiences will take place. So when people go back, they're far richer now to understand what nature is all about. And that is the element which will then brew within themselves to take it further, or add to their journey in life.
And spread through
And spread,
word of
yeah,
mouth,
exactly. If they get very vocal about it, they can also.
So it's hands-on workshops that are happening, hands-on awareness is happening, action is happening in a way.
It's a
people
fair.
will-
It's a mela.
Yeah,
It's a huge mela.
but then people come.
People come because it's celebration of life forms. It's about everything.
Isn't it
which is
difficult
wild.
to bring people to a fair like this?
So I'll tell you, yes, first time it was, but because we've been in this trade for 33 years, it wasn't much of a fight for us because we knew with our reputation, people will come. And through trade bodies, through various other channels, people would come, and they came. I didn't realize that the number just doubled. There was so much interest that our anticipated number doubled at the fair. And that was real success for us. Success is not about this 3-day fair. Success is what carries on after that.
Yeah.
For the entire year till the next fair happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Success is how people continue to engage with those who came to sell. Did they sell? Did people buy from them? Those people who wanted to learn, did they learn?
Yeah.
Those who wanted to come and teach, were they satisfied that students learned from them? Yeah. So if the communities came, did they get their fair share of visibility?
Right.
Did NGOs find their donors? Yeah, all of that. Now this cannot happen in 3 days, just because it's a platform. It's an opportunity. May happen, may not happen. So it's a fair responsibility to take this series of events further, where we keep bringing them back in.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's people think it's just a 3-day thing. It's convergence, and people will come from different parts and they will meet, and it's a great opportunity. Good mela, and they will go back. Good fun, no doubt about it. But the real crux is the outcome that lies after the fair, and that is what we tell people. That you need to engage with this fair platform more to be able to get something out of it. We cannot help you if you're not stepping in.
Anything substantial that you can share, maybe? Because it's about, let's say, youth empowerment in one angle.
Yeah.
And now that you have so many, you've mentioned so many accountabilities.
Yes.
Any story that you heard or a feedback
we had people, experts like Dr. David Fennell, Dr. Jennifer Chan, Dr. Alan Wong, Masaru Takayama. All these people are big names in ecotourism. They came to teach 500 students here who attended these lectures, online while being at the fair. Many students came to volunteer, right? Now those students have taken up ecotourism as their career paths.
Right.
Besides that, many other teachers who saw this now want the same thing done in their schools, which we've been doing, Rick.
Okay.
And we want to deepen this process. I can't be everywhere. So we need more trainers, and we need to train the trainers to take this work further.
Right. Give direction to the youth, and I think
then they're the ones who will know what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah.
Whether they want to go towards ecotourism or they want to choose wildlife conservation as their career path.
Yeah.
And they'd be able to draw a distinction between tourism and ecotourism.
Right. But 30 years, 33 years in this.
In travel business.
Very passionately, very consciously, and you are doing a lot, and maybe out loud, in a country which doesn't want to listen. I don't know, I could be wrong.
No? I don't think we need to worry about that. The country will listen. Yeah, country is listening also. It's not that country is not listening.
So it's
just that the priorities change because there are the geopolitical pressures. There is a need for us to secure our borders and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's
external pressure.
It's a very tricky game.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes we don't understand the dynamics at the world level.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you and I think like John Lennon, then of course it's beautiful because then there are no borders
Yeah.
and there are no religions,
Right.
and there are no.
I used to sing that a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then we all are very happy. Then wildlife exists with us and we exist with them.
That's why the song's called
Exactly.
Imagine.
But we've cut ourselves into borders. Animals don't understand borders. We have cross-border problems with animal conservation because the elephants migrate to different places, the tigers walk through, the birds can fly across, and then some birds have flown across Afghanistan and now gone extinct because they've been shot down. So there are different things that people do. Man does.
Right. And I have another thought to it. Ethical tourism or green choices that we make comes at a higher price. And especially in India, where everyone's very conscious of spending, and especially in terms of wealth, it becomes pricey, and then they are always looking for something cheaper, or cutting down on something or somewhere at the cost of something else.
So getting potatoes at home and making chips with mustard oil is more expensive. But if your mom is making it, it's also with love. It's more expensive, but it's more healthy. Now you go to Lay's, or you go to buy Lay's, cheaper. You don't know what you're eating. I'm not saying about Lay's, but any other
brand,
any other company, you don't know palm oil, this oil, that oil, right? So the cheaper ones can be put into processes and produced faster. It's up to us to be conscious of what we want to eat, or what we want to drink, how we want to live, what is it that's available to us. I understand if it's a matter of life and death and then you need certain thing, you're okay. But if it is not, then live consciously. Make the right choices. See if you can.
Consume accordingly and give back.
Exactly. And if you do not have enough to pay, then don't take it.
I mean, you're right. Don't take it if you can't afford it. Or
if you can't afford the better stuff, then don't settle for
stuff.
Don't settle for the lesser.
Because then we are on social media and we see so much, and we've seen how the travel after COVID has gone so high.
So it's very interesting.
Jamming Manali, Shimla, just last 3 to 4 weeks probably.
So if you look at it, how a lot of these investment people, Warren Buffett, and all these all these people talk about that we are more comfortable today. But are we actually more happy? Is the question. We're more comfortable. We never had the kind of comforts we do.
Right.
Processes, comforts. But are we more together? Are we more happy? Do we sing more? Are our faces fallen? Or are we happier? We're running from one post to another all day long. And by the time it's time to have fun, we're not having fun, we hitting the sack. We want to go to bed. We're tired. So what sort of life is this? So it's consciousness.
But then a lot of it also makes it inaccessible for many. And is that fine? I mean,
I don't understand.
I mean, we are saying you pay the price or you don't take from nature, let's say, one way, which would make a lot of things inaccessible to many Indians, for surely, who are paid very low, or they want to experience, they see it, they hear about it.
We no longer have community choices.
Okay.
We have either political driven choices or we have individual choices. Because we fragmented as communities. And reverse integration into any community can never happen once it's fragmented, unless business brings it back. You go to Mollinong, which is one of the cleanest villages in India, in
Okay.
Meghalaya.
Okay.
Okay, it's controlled by church.
Okay.
Church tells them what to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
It's a community that's together. So there are lots of communities which are still there,
And that's a great thing.
but
Is it?
a lot
Yeah.
of them are fragmenting at a very fast speed. So once they're fragmented,
Yeah.
then it's very difficult to keep them together, because then people will have aspirations at different levels. So what will bring them together? Businesses.
Okay.
Yeah, so businesses will bring them together. And if it's one kind of business which is good for the entire society, then it will make a difference. But if there are various kinds of businesses which are extractive in nature, then it will harm the society.
I'm trying to recollect, and and you would know more about this very likely. I have a friend, so somewhere between Maharashtra border to Goa border, he has taken a space, and lots of hornbills around, and the community has declared this particular mountain as sacred, so nobody can even take a leaf off. I think, and then when I visited the space, then they were telling about the concept behind it, why you call a mountain as Devta, so that there's
Yeah.
the forestation
So if
is
it's
maintained, and I think it's a community.
It's a community that's not fragmented, that's together.
Yeah.
They would do things like this, because for them it's the value system remains the same for each person.
And then the religious sentiment is higher.
Yeah. It's about surrendering to the forces of nature. So whatever you call it, whether in this culture which is so rich for India,
Yeah.
that to protect wildlife, or we have started to call it divine. Yeah, we've started to surrender to it, and at the same time have the same animals bless us. So we've created that entire thing to safeguard them. That first you surrender to them, you make them into your god, and then have the god bless us, and you put that animal on a higher pedestal than who you are. Many societies cannot do that because they've been driven so scientifically that the angle of biodivinity has gone missing. And this is the culture.
Yeah.
Whichever religion you're from, deep down in your heart, you know that this is a value system that you must respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it belongs to another religion or this religion or that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we put every animal on a pedestal. And how do you do it? You take blessings, you pray to that animal, and you weave a story around it, which we have done for centuries, for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So you put divinity into it. Which other country can do it? Which other landscape can do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's our Hindustan, whether it's Afghanistan or Pakistan or Nepal or Bhutan or wherever, it's the same landscape.
So the household leopard you mentioned is friendly for humans, is it? I mean, not that way, not in a...
Yeah, you don't wake up in the middle of the night to walk around, no.
Yeah,
that's his
fine.
time. Yeah, that's his time.
So nobody disturbs each other.
No.
Yeah, minding their own business, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's plenty of play around, so
Okay.
he's happy, well fed.
Yeah, so he's fine.
Yeah.
No bad blood. Something I want to touch upon is you are promoting ecotourism, of course, and then people come to your lodge, and then they don't care about AC being on all the time, or when they exit. Does that happen? Or
It happens.
lights staying on when not needed?
It happens. There are 1,000 things that cannot be taught to a person in one night. So there are few things which, so we're not teaching people.
Okay.
We're just letting them experience what's there. Yeah?
Okay.
So what's there is the greenery, birds, the calls of animals, right? All of that. And then there are, there are different signs everywhere that tell you what's good, what's bad, what's not, what shouldn't be done. So it's up to their consciousness that happens. Sometimes when people are more intrigued, they come and ask. So they give in that information. Right?
Okay.
So this information doesn't stop because you've come here for one night and you've gone. Now you are in our net. Yeah, it's like Hotel California. You can check out anytime, but you can never leave. Now you are in our database.
Okay.
Now we'll start to hound you day in, day out by telling you all the good things that you can do.
That's after
you leave.
Experience. First.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Very nice.
Yeah. You may come back to us, you may not come back to us, but we're going to keep telling you what's good for an eco-traveler.
That's a lot of effort in a continuous education. That's why I want to know, where are we lacking? Like this turning light on off is where the schools are also focusing and putting a lot of energy. It should come very naturally to us. Maybe it's not coming because of the comfort that we're surrounded in nowadays and the newer generation. I don't know. Even the older.
So to address this issue of climate change, I'm saying basic habit one needs to develop is when you leave home, when you leave a room, just ensure that even your TV is not plugged in, even though it's off.
Okay.
It's not on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your bathroom exhaust is not on.
Right.
If your mobile is 100% done, take it off and put the switch off.
Okay.
Don't keep it on. If you're so as minute as that, if you can go into that, then you will see your consciousness towards everything will start to expound. You will say, oh, I need another pair of sandals. I already have one. And it's okay. It's matching with my blue and green jeans or whatever. I don't need another one. Yeah. Because now you know this is going to be produced through some chemical, some plastic, some rubber, some material which is going to come from nature. So you automatically start to become minimalistic in your nature. Your habit of hoarding starts to deplete.
On its own, very naturally.
On its own. Because then you start thinking of climate change. Hey, I'm brushing my teeth. Do I need to have the water running all the time? If I have a glass of water here, did I actually need so much water? Because it requires a pump to go up and down and all. You yourself. Now these are not the things you can teach. These are things to be transformed a human to.
And that happens slowly,
gradually. Happens slowly.
So you need to be very patient.
You need to be
patient. Your team.
And it's not patient. It's not that you see a result at the end of it. It's a journey. You put somebody on the journey, then they're on the journey. There's no destination.
Yeah.
Then it's step by step.
Yeah.
That's how it is. You can never be 100% right, but you can be on the path.
And similarly, now what you've said is that you're not looking at the destination, you're looking at the journey. And when Global Wildlife Fair ended, the first edition, did it confirm to you something that this was needed?
Yeah, my doubts were cleared. And I was very satisfied.
You were nervous?
I was nervous because I wasn't too sure what I was doing for the first time at the global scale, whether it'll take off well or not well. But it's my doubts are cleared, and it is going to be a big thing in the coming years, and it will become a huge magnet for nature lovers and the fraternity to come together, and they will drive it. I'll have to take a step back, and there will be forces that will align themselves to take Global Wildlife Fair on its own.
And just yesterday I was reading about it in detail, and I understand that vision and I believe in it, that it will happen. And then you also have earth walks.
Yeah. So all
Yeah.
these are
Which is weekly and
activities
then
to keep people involved, right?
Yeah.
So Earthwalks we started 2 years ago. We haven't missed a single one.
Okay. Every week it happens.
Every week it happens.
I was looking at the schedule.
Yes. The year we started, it was May 2023. No, 24. May, 50 degrees.
Right.
We had 50 people attending this Earthwalk early morning with
Wow.
Vijay Dasmana. Can you imagine? And people went through Aravalis, looking at pan species, all sort of things. They wanted to look at butterflies, they wanted to look at birds, they wanted to hear calls, they wanted to know which tree was what, every bush, every plant. So these are the kind of Earthwalks we do. We take people out for bats, frogs, snakes. Now monsoon is coming, we'll be doing a lot of night walks.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Rohit, who connected us, he mentioned that we have to do this much early on. As I'm part of Young Indians and we wanted to do a learning event, he said we should do this. And he often mentioned about you, but never in a way which happened last week. And we said, why don't we have him here and we speak about it?
Yeah.
But then I noticed, I saw the website Earthwalks and it had free tag on it.
Yeah, because the company can afford it right now. And if people want to step in and add their name to it and support us, then we can take it to a different level altogether. Anybody who's willing to come in to sponsor it or to support it or to partner with us, it's theirs.
That's very bold decision.
It's not for us. It's for the world to take on. Every business is talking about us. But what is the nature of business? If you ever go into what Chanakya said, in his niti, in his policy, is that you get into business to make this place a better world, right? And that is the purpose of any business.
I'm getting a lot of learnings and goosebumps while we speak. a lot of. I'm trying to connect a lot of things. What's happening in our business or in my life.
I'm grateful that we're doing this podcast together because it's an opportunity for me, an opportunity for listeners, and an opportunity for you to get more deep into this to catch hold of people like me too.
I'm sure you've done a lot of podcasts or maybe a lot of public speaking.
Not really. But I'm happy because I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I just speak from my heart.
I mainly wanted to start to know what went wrong in others, so we don't touch upon it. But I'm glad we started on a good note and so much value that you're sharing with us. I genuinely want to thank you.
Thank you.
Just middle of our conversation. But then, has this industry surprised you that way? Because now people are changing and then attending these
It's amazing
Earthwalks.
how things have changed post-COVID. A lot of people sat in their houses and they had nothing to do, so they were watching birds and they were looking at birds nesting, and they also noticed snakes and lizards and other things, which they never did. I mean, I want to do a workshop, which I was telling my colleague that I want to do a home workshop.
Okay.
Which means that I'll get people over to my house, and during monsoon, we'll watch all those things that happen within our house. So geckos, spiders,
all right,
all the other things, birds in our gardens, with moths,
snails,
butterflies,
and
everything we want to see, and we want to get biologists to come and talk to us about it. And if we understand that, then what do we need to do? Do we need to kill them, stamp on them, or can we just sort of find our way through it and let them be? Because they'll eventually go back into the place where they came out from.
Right. Is this your home or someone else's home?
my home has lots of these things anyway. So that's the best place. You go to a home and then you say, oh, that's a lizard. I'm fine with it. But usually people are not, because they think it's a creepy crawly and they want to get rid of it. Right?
Lizards for me too,
but if you just let it be.
I've made peace with it,
if you just let it be. If there's a spider, the spider is doing its own job. Just let it be. Right? Once it abandons that web, then you may want to take it off. Okay, take it off. No problem.
Got it.
If there are moths somewhere or if there are other things somewhere, understand the importance of every life form that exists. They're supposed to be there, doing their own jobs.
Yeah.
But because they don't belong to our manicured, environment,
Yeah.
so we want to get rid of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the things that we want to inculcate through Earthwalks. We want to bring those opportunities to those who do not know. Now we've got people like DCPs and SDMs and the decision makers and these sort
Joining
of people.
these walks?
Yeah, exactly.
On their own or just inviting them?
No, I don't. We just put it out and people come. And some people learn photography and they say, wow, what a beautiful picture. I must go and, sneakily away from my spouse should get a camera, which is going to cost a lot, but it's okay. So people want to do these sort of things. They're happier doing it.
Yeah.
It's just that the opportunity is missing, and which is what Earthwalks is doing. So Earthwalks currently is in Calcutta, in Pune, in Ahmedabad, Delhi, then parts of UP, and then Gir and Uttarakhand. Right. And now we're going to get it to Bombay and Jodhpur and other places. So if there are people who want to take it up, want to do these Earthwalks, we'll give all support from here.
Okay.
And they can do their own Earthwalks.
Very interesting. And then this platform also provides more info.
The
when
entire
they come
ecosystem is coming to you. So while Indian Wildlife Network is growing at a very rapid speed, the same people have the opportunity to join Earthwalks in their city.
Right. A lot is happening in the world. Geopolitics, climate change, and we see a lot of migration also happening. But you never mentioned of anything in this conversation very in terms of weightage. I see you very positive. You have a vision. You're sharing a dream with us, and
it's your Ravneet. It's your garden. Now, if you want only thorns will be there. You have to pluck the flowers and throw them away. But if the flowers are there, thorns will come, no?
Yeah.
So we have to make peace with it. But what do you want to focus on? You want to focus on the flowers or thorns? Flowers. Because they're few in number. So let's stay with that.
Yeah.
Let's be positive.
I like that. I highly appreciate that also, and it's a good learning for us. But then because you're there, and then you had a very successful global wildlife fair, and the industry is changing and people are getting very conscious, more conscious, and then they are coming to your walks and also experiencing bird watching at your lodges and a lot of it. What's going to happen in the human wildlife relationship? What do you see happening, let's say in 10 years from your vision?
See, these are two parallel things.
Okay.
So while the consciousness for saving nature will continue to grow, the development cannot stop. It won't stop. It will eat into our natural areas over a period of time. How we need to coexist is the question that needs to be answered very quickly. We need to understand that things for development will take away our natural resources, our nature, natural landscapes. So how are we going to keep or safeguard them along with the development is the question that we need to answer. And those are for authorities, for administrators, for think tank to answer, while we continue to work on the forefront of putting those value systems out to save nature.
And having a destination management.
Yeah, all those things, ecotourism, standards, destination management, making places better, having more eco-lodges than hotels and all of that, and talking to communities for their own enterprises, for their own conservancies, their own businesses. It's very important. Because if the stomachs are not full, they're not going to talk conservation. If if a farmer who's worked really hard to acquire some seed for his farm, and then one night when the crop is ready, it's going to be harvested, and a herd of elephants will come, ravage them to the ground. What is this guy going to do? He'll be heartbroken. And that is what is happening in many parts of India in the northeast. Where, so it's a tough nut to crack. But can we start with elephant tourism? How much will it pay? How much will it pay? What will be the pros and cons? How will people benefit? Who will be the takers? All these things ecotourism must address. Otherwise, there'll always be a greater possibility of any sort of conflict.
Right.
And then the traders make use of that.
And in this entire conversation, because I'm reflecting back to the very short call that we did 2-3 days ago, and you said something, and I actually wrote it, that you made peace with life because you lived life, and here we are fighting. And I could sense that this entire conversation, it's gone in a very peaceful, very content manner, how you look at things. But what is this? What this peace with life is for you? You've lived and you've seen all of that.
So,
it's...
so let me clear the context. So when you say peace with life, it's how consciously you want to live and how beautifully you want to live. All of that, right? This mind will all want to do more and more and more, right? And will look at, judge failures and happiness and sadness and all of that, right? Now you see it from a distance. So you say, okay, this is a game that you're playing. Play the game, but just do what you have to do for yourself, right? And I've come into this world for myself, and I must live this life beautifully, and that's how I think. So if I have to live this life beautifully, then my ecosystem has to be beautiful, and it should gel with how I think. So which is why I created these platforms, Global Wildlife Fair or Indian Wildlife Network or Earthwalks, because I want people to think like me.
Come together.
And whatever they think, and if it's of value, I must learn from them.
That's it from my end. I mean, lots of value and takeaways.
Thank you.
We're going to revisit this conversation. And
then you have to meet lots of friends of mine who are in the same space.
Okay, sure.
And they have so much wisdom. I really look up to them. So meet them sometime.
Just in May, I was in Ladakh, just sharing 3-4 days. I wanted to take off. I wanted to work from Ladakh, basically. I was very bored of what was happening. And my friend is there. He's at a guest house, so we were seeing, and I was seeing a lot that the development that has happened, especially in the Leh city. Live concerts happening, a lot of things. And I think I love music too, which is fine. But then how people are taking it, and how Pangot has changed, because I was there in 2010, then 15, 16, then post-COVID, how it has changed, how we lived in one tent and there was nothing much. Now we have fixed. Plenty with boards, with, I don't know, cardboard, gypsum sheets, and a lot of it, whatever they could put. And we met somebody who's into conservation. She studied in Delhi, and she's from Ladakh, Noor Jahan. And
she's part of our network. So
wow. And she said something incredible, which moved me. And then we also did a micro documentary on her. When she said, like, the development is going to happen. It's a yin yang thing. But let's say a temple which has nothing to do with the development, it's far off, but because it's 700 years old and now a road is being constructed 2-3 kilometers far from it, the vibration is making this temple shake, and then the paintings are falling off. And if you decide, because of the new technology and more artists coming in, you can revamp this temple, but then it's going to be a 21st century temple in a fraction of
True, but
few days.
I've made peace with it. So anything which is man-made will come down one day.
Yeah.
And you have to, over centuries, that's happened, where you've gone ahead and you restored the place.
Yeah.
And any restoration of any place will never keep the place the same, original, 100% original.
Yeah.
So you'll have to put in some modern elements, you'll have to redo or restructure or do all of that. As long as you keep the vibe and the essence alive, and what it was meant to deliver doesn't change. If it continues to deliver what it's not supposed to change, then it's okay.
Yeah.
You see any mandir, masjid, gurdwara, it needs to be so.
Yeah.
If the temples of Jageshwar are for tantra, now you go and put some lights there, you do all of that. Now you spoil the way it emits that energy. Then there's a problem.
Yeah.
But if it requires repair maintenance in the traditional way, then let's do it.
Yeah.
It won't remain the same.
Right.
But at least it'll deliver what it's meant to deliver.
I think that's very crucial, very critical to understand. If it delivers, you have to be peaceful with it. Because I want to jump back and we just wrapping this up. Because you mentioned if humans are going to step onto anything, there's impact, there's pressure, and then there is something. So of course, it's
even elephants, for that matter.
Any species would.
Yeah, exactly.
It's give and take.
Right. If you leave a forest department hut abandoned, the elephants may knock it down.
They will. Right. Thank you for sharing
Thank you.
all this wisdom with us. Looking forward, I would someday jump with the tribe.
I'm happy, and let's be part of this network and grow it further.
Yes.
And I'd ask your entire team to come for Earthwalks with us, and let's capture it on the camera whenever you have time.
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Great.
So nice.
Thank you.
When Mohit told me about chilling mangoes in a tubewell in Amritsar as a kid, a rush of nostalgia kicked in. It was such a specific memory. Sacks of mangoes lowered in cold groundwater, jugs of ruh afza, bharta and roti under a tree. And then, much later in the conversation, he said something I've been sitting with since. Land is no longer Ma. It's real estate. 6 words and they hold the entire tension of what he spent 30 years trying to say. The kid who chilled mangoes in the Nehar is the same man running Asian Adventures and Global Wildlife Fair. He's not romantic about the past, he's not angry about the present, he's just very clear about what's been lost and very patient about what's still possible. That patience is the story behind Mohit Aggarwal.